2-2. Hello and welcome to the 68th edition of the London Santa Claus Parade, proudly presented by Southside Group, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. My name is Jess, Brady, and I am thrilled to be back with you for our parade live stream in the heart of downtown London on Dundas Street. We are at Parade HQ, if you will, at KKP, and we're so excited to be here. Our live stream, of course, is made possible by our fantastic crew at iPowered Media and our parade live stream sponsor, the London Performing Arts Academy. Thank you so much for your support this year. It's fantastic to be back with you. Amazing to think that this parade has been going on in London since 1956. Just thinking of the generations of families that have come out to the parade to enjoy it, and of course to see Santa, the man of the hour, it really does fill you with a lot of joy. There are thousands of people who have already lined up along the parade route to see the man in red and to take in all the fantastic community floats that have been assembled for today. Now, I have it on good authority that Santa had a great trip into London, landed at the London airport. The weather was perfect for the reindeer and for his sleigh. All systems were go. Great that he could join us from the North Pole a little early so we could have a sneak peek of the Christmas and festive season. And so we have a fantastic parade for you this evening. The theme is a candy Christmas. So get ready. We are going to see a lot of very sweet floats and perhaps some even sweeter treats handed out by all of the fantastic folks who are in this evening's parade. And now tonight's event could not be possible without the dedicated work of the London Santa Claus Parade Volunteer Committee, all of the volunteers who are here tonight along the route, making sure everyone stays safe and things run smoothly, and of course our very generous sponsors. So whether you have donated your time or made a financial contribution, we're so grateful for your support and for you taking a moment to enjoy this process with us. It's a community event. It's something that brings everyone together and really is a fantastic tradition. It's one of my favorite events of the whole year, and especially heading into the holiday season, it really kicks things off quite nicely. You know, you see me every year in the same green sweater and my cute little poinsettia headband. I just can't give them up. And so it's really exciting to be here with you again, wearing them and getting into the festive spirit. Now, I mentioned those sponsors. We have a ton of wonderful organizations that have helped us out tonight to make this possible. Again, our presenting sponsor, Southside Group, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. But our major sponsors are also McCormick and Access Storage. Thank you so much. And throughout the evening, I'll mention a few more of our sponsors as we go. There's just so many that have been so generous with their support. So thank you so much for that. And you'll see our graphics up through the evening as well, letting everybody know. And so I mentioned we have thousands of folks who are ready to see the floats. We're pulling up some footage now with our fantastic crew from iPowered. You can see London Police are leading the parade right now, making sure everybody stays safe. And a big thank you to all of the officers and auxiliary officers as well, who are stationed at the intersections along the route to make sure people stay safe and the traffic stays clear as we enjoy this evening, which is great to see. I love to see this. We've got, you know, I don't know how many people deep it is on the side there with the crowds, at least 4, 5, 6 perhaps. This is very exciting to see as everyone comes towards us. And this is something I wanted to also mention. We have a bird's eye view this year from about 4 stories up here at the corner of Dundas and Waterloo. So you'll get an extra special view of the parade as it comes through the downtown. It's pretty neat. I gotta tell you, the folks at iPowered have gone above and beyond, like they do every year, to find really neat ways of bringing the experience of the parade to you in this live stream. And of course, we're streaming live on YouTube, and you'll be able to catch this later as well down the road if you want to rewatch it. And so that's the beauty of streaming. We can do that. Seeing lots of people excited out on the road there on the parade route. Good to see. We also have another cool little feature that we'll be able to go to a couple of times throughout the parade this evening, and that's a live reporter in the parade itself. So we'll be chatting with a couple of the folks from the different floats and getting an idea of what it's like for them on the ground as they move through the parade route. I've been really lucky to be involved with the London Santa Claus Parade for a number of years now, and both driving in it and being fortunate enough to take part in the live stream here. And it's just such a fun time. Whether you are in the parade or doing something like I am, it's really a neat way to experience the joy of the festive season. And as as things start off. So it's great to see that progress. I know we have 10 sections of floats this year, so tons of people have come out to support the event, and it's really lovely to see that community spirit, to take a peek at the creativity that's out there, the number of floats and how different they all are. It's really lovely to see how people come together. Take a moment as we are looking at that bird's eye view shot to talk about some of our sponsors. As I mentioned, we are presented by Southside Group, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. Our major sponsors are McCormick and Access Storage, but we have a whole host of folks who are making this evening possible through their support, including KKP, our live streaming headquarters this evening, the PA Shop, who has supported the parade for 15 plus years, the various groups that are involved in it, including iPowered Media, helping us out with some really professional equipment, so we appreciate Ryan and the team there very much. We've got Music City, the Western Fair District, Lift Lighting London, driver seat shuttle services. So many folks put in effort to make sure that we can run this parade every single year, and it's really lovely to see. It's 68 years, as I mentioned, which is kind of staggering. Since 1956 this has been going on. Man, the parade is almost eligible for a pension probably, or two, given how long it's been going on, which is a wonderful thing that the community has sustained this tradition for that long. And I know there's a lot of work that goes into it from the volunteers and from the committee as well. It's a year-round event for them. You know, you might think, oh, the parade is in like the middle of November, so when do they start work? Basically, as soon as one parade ends, the work on the next one begins, even a little bit before that. They've already told me that next year's is underway. They're making plans for it. So this is a constant thing. It's a labor of love, and the folks on the parade committee really do a fantastic job. You can see from our live feed that the parade is inching closer to us. They're getting closer and closer to Dundas and Waterloo. I'm seeing some really colorful floats there, which is very exciting, and it's always a great time. I always look forward to this, as I've said, where you can kind of get a look at the creativity of the groups that have put together these floats, and it blows my mind. I'm not super great at art. I'm a talker, I'm a yapper. This we know from my years of working in media in London, but being able to actually create something like the displays that we see, or being artistic like that, that's not my wheelhouse. The best I can do is a stick figure most of the time, not the depth of creativity that we see on display every single year. There's a nice live shot of the crowd outside the Delta London Armories, and everyone is looking very festive and excited to see the parade as it moves through. We have beautiful weather. Like I said, Santa had a great time coming into town this evening, and I think this is kind of ideal for our parade goers as well. They don't have to be too chilly as they take in the sights and sounds of the parade. That's a nice thing to see. Everyone's having a good time. Lots of bundling up. I see some earmuffs there, which is a great thing to have and keep your ears toasty. But yeah, things are pretty good. Much better than years where we had pouring rain. I remember driving in a couple of those years, and it puts a little bit of a damper on things. However, everyone's spirit still shines through, and that's really exciting to see. Looks like we might have some movement here with some of our vehicles moving towards our official start here at Dundas and Waterloo. Pretty exciting to see it. And we see the crowds getting ready. London police are blocking off that intersection. We have our bird's eye view from the iPowered Media folks, four floors up, I should say. They're doing a great job capturing that scene for us and letting us see exactly what's going on out there. It's an event that I think everybody really understands and is excited about. When I was on my way here this evening, someone saw me in my festive garb and they said, "Oh, that's quite holiday appropriate." And I said, "Yes, it is. I'm going to the parade." And the person immediately said, "Yes." There we go, smiling faces, waving at the camera, looking very excited for the start of the parade. We love to see it. We're seeing little ones with their camping chairs, and some have their wagons ready to be bundled up and cozy in them. And our parade is moving. This is great. I see some runners there. We'll be talking about them shortly. But London police are leading off the parade. They're kind of like that pace car, making sure that the way is clear and that everyone is safe, which is great. They're just approaching the intersection of Dundas and Waterloo, which is wonderful. Our cameras are stationed right there. You can see them rolling through the intersection. And again, many thanks to London Police for being with us this evening, keeping us safe at intersections with their auxiliary members and their sworn members as well. I really appreciate their service as they take us through this parade. I can hear some honking horns. People are very excited. Love to see it. So we are underway officially. Make sure you're cozy. Get a nice hot chocolate. If you're a grown-up, maybe a different festive beverage, but make sure you're ready to rock and roll because here comes the parade. I can hear the police siren now. So of course we do have that police car. We have our parade flags that are also coming up too, making sure everyone knows that this is the parade. There they go. That's our pace car. Excellent. And just behind them, you see some elves jogging, right? This is a new addition to the parade this year. This is the group from Run Parlor, and they're doing their 3K sleigh. So they're running 3 clicks through the parade route. Good for them. Very festive. Not only are they running, they're in costume. This is very impressive. And so they're staying warm as the temperature dips, doing a little bit of cardio. Good on them. Look at them go. That's not easy to run, but also to be in festive garb. That is commitment. We've got a Christmas tree there all lit up. We've got some elves. We've got Santa. Love to see it. There's our Santa Claus Parade Committee truck leading everybody off. Fantastic. And again, that's the group from Run Parlor and their 3K sleigh. It's a new feature this year in the parade. Thanks for coming through. Just love that bird's eye view shot. That's fantastic. Next up, we have our theme banner. I mentioned that it is a candy Christmas this year. So for the 68th edition of the London Santa Claus Parade, our entries are bringing sweet treats with them, and they hope to create some sweet memories as well to brighten up the start of the holiday season. Great to see everyone taking part. We have our group from Southside, our presenting sponsors. We've got Damian Warner and folks from the London Lightning, which is fantastic. Our presenting sponsors, of course, are Southside Group, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. This is fantastic. The support of Southside Group and all of our sponsors, it's crucial to the survival of the parade. So many thanks to Southside, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. This is great. They've got some great signs. Damian Warner, Olympic gold medalist. Fantastic. Always wonderful to see them. Now the Southside Group float, which is approaching here, as we can see them, it's actually a pickup truck that's decked out, pulling a giant gingerbread house. We can just see it in the corner of our screen there. I see a gingerbread man waving. Look at those lights. Beautiful. That is a giant gingerbread house float. And it would need to be giant because, of course, the London Lightning players are so tall. So if they wanted to visit the gingerbread house, it would need to be tall for them. We need some pretty big gingerbread vaulted ceilings. They need lots of space to be comfy. Look how cute. Got some folks all dressed up, waving. Love to see it. And again, this is the Southside Group float for the London Lightning and Adventures on Wonderland as well. They are presenting sponsors and we're so grateful to them. This is certainly a sweet start to the evening. Taking a look here, some great lighted garland on people that they're sporting, some necklaces. Crowds getting into it, little ones very excited, waving at the floats, handing out some sweet treats. The group from Southside. Next up, a perennial favorite, the Mocha Love Bugs. The Mocha Love Bugs are driven by the Mocha Shriners, and they raise funds for Shriner charities by bringing those mini vehicles out to community events like the parade. Always wonderful to see the Love Bugs and the Shriners zipping around. Has anybody clocked how quickly those Love Bugs go? How fast do they travel? One day we'll have to test it out. Love the lights on it, very cute. Our thanks again to the Shriners, Mocha Lodge. They do so much wonderful work here in the community, supporting some really wonderful initiatives. Again, the Mocha Love Bugs. Those cars that's definitely some aftermarket kit that's been put on those cars. I love the lights. Next up, we have the fantastic Coke Canada Holiday Caravan. Look at this beautiful truck. Gorgeous classic imagery of Santa on the side. Who doesn't remember the Coca-Cola commercials every Christmas time featuring Santa opening a crispy bottle of Coke? Lovely to see that. Big smiles. Again, that's the Coca-Cola Canada Holiday Caravan. Next up, we have the Golden Harps Orchestra. You can hear the joyful sounds of steel pans coming up the street, and that means the Golden Harp Steel Orchestra is here. They're playing Christmas songs with Caribbean flair, and they get the kids and adults dancing in the street every year. Let's take a little bit of a listen as they play for us. Wonderful. And it's all memorized. Truly wonderful performers. We love to see them. Again, this is the Golden Harps Orchestra and their steel pan music. Next up, a very special entry in the parade this year. It's the Oating Family Ghostbusters. Now, they are extra special, and we're so excited that they're with us. Little Easton Oating and his family join us. The Oatings are from the Sarnia area, and they're known for making incredible Halloween costumes that incorporate Easton's wheelchair. This year, as you can see, they've transformed his wheelchair into the Ghostbusters car. The Oatings are actually big Edmonton Oilers fans, and they made headlines a couple years ago. They made a Zamboni costume for Easton. The NHL actually tweeted about it. They called it the costume of the year, and the Oatings even got to meet the Oilers, and they signed the Zamboni and everything. So thrilled to have them with us. Thank you so much to the Oating family for joining us. So great to see them. Next up, we have the Middlesex London Paramedic Service with their ambulance. Fantastic to see the paramedics. Our first responders in London are just absolutely fantastic. We thank them so much for all of their work, and they support us. When we call 911, they are there to help. They run in when others might run out. So thank you for your service and for being here. Next up, we have Green Horizons Sod Farms. The Green Horizons crew has a decorated truck, very festive. Some folks on hay bales waving to the crowd, and a nice big Frosty the Snowman. And it looks like Snoopy too. Some very cheery faces. Even if one may be a little bit chilly, but still festive, still waving. Again, that's the folks from Green Horizons Sod Farms. Thank you for joining us. Oh, next up, we've got some rapscallions on the route. That's the Elmer Shriners that you see. They're kind of bouncing around a little bit. The Elmer Shriners, we saw earlier the Mocha Shriners with the Love Bugs. Now we have the Elmer Shriners who have brought their mini bikes, as well as the Ghostbusters and Blues Brothers cars. Always a treat and a favorite here at the parade. I hope they got a chance to visit with Easton Oating and his Ghostbusters car, because they would make a perfect picture all together, taking some nice documentary pictures of the crew together. Very matchy-matchy. So again, this is the Elmer Shriners. They have their mini bikes that they're buzzing around on, and their Ghostbusters car, and I believe they also have a Blues Brothers car, but it might be a little bit further back there, just in the shot. I see it. They zip around on those bikes, I tell you. I struggle on a normal bicycle. My balance isn't so great, so I would be a hazard on one of the mini bikes. It's best I steer clear of that. But they are professionals. They're used to this. And so they bring a lot of joy to people when they see them on those mini bikes. So many, many thanks to the Elmer Shriners for being here this evening, along with their compatriots of the Mocha Shriners. And they're zipping past us now. I can hear them roaring down Dundas at Waterloo. They're leading the charge here. Everyone's waving. Good to see them. And there's the Blues Brothers car, also with the Elmer Shriners. Again, I really hope that they had a chance to meet with Easton Oating and have some pictures with them and compare their cars, you know? Ghostbuster to Ghostbuster. Plus the Blues Brothers, that's just classic anytime. Even their license plate says Blues Brothers. Well, Blues Bros. getting the crowd into it. We love to see it. Again, that's the crew from the Elmer Shriners. Oh, the mini bikes are back. Delighting the kids as they go by. Wave into the crowd. Takes a lot of balance to sit on a vehicle like that. Remember, we only do that during a parade at very low speeds. Be safe, kids. The Elmer Shriners, everybody. Great to see the support from the Elmer Shrine Club and also the Mocha Shriners as well. Thank you for being here. Coming up next, we have a very exciting group to tell you about. It's our friends from Cops Bildal, just on the other side of the intersection there. They're coming towards us in a very brightly lit float. Exciting to see. It's great to see all this energy as well. The little ones are dancing, everyone's in their Santa hats and elf hats. It's great. Coming up on Cops Bildal here. All right, I think we are going to go to one of our live reporters, Courtney from Dance Extreme. Courtney, how are you? Tell us what's happening in the parade.
The parade is going super, super well. Our Toonie Talk people are at the back, and we're having so much fun here at the audience. Everyone's having a great time. We are London Performing Arts Academy. We have a huge group of dancers here today. Multiple of these kids are from our current production of Elf Jr. As you can see, we have a buddy right there. And we're also doing 13 the musical, and we have lots of kids who are from that as well as Madagascar coming up next year. And we have lots of dancers here. And most of these kids actually are not dancers. They're just kids who love to do theater. But hey, we're all out here tonight. We're having a good time. So that's what matters, right?
Absolutely, Courtney. And again, that was Courtney from the London Performing Arts Academy. Thank you so much for giving us a sneak peek of what's happening with your group before you come through in the rest of the parade. So we just saw the Cops Bildal float come through. That's their candy court. Cops Bildal is one of the parade's sponsors, and we thank them so much for their support. That sweet streetscape featured a candy decorated house with frosted trees and all that good stuff. Fantastic. Moving on to Bell Point Dance and Movement Company. Look at them dancing up a storm. Bell Point dancers are entertaining the crowd with lots of energy and their choreographed performances. This takes a lot of stamina to dance all the way through a parade. You think about how long this route is, and the Bell Point dancers are just doing a fantastic job. All in lockstep, very coordinated. You love to see it. Next up, we have our friends from the Oxford Renaissance Festival. This group joins us every year, and it's always so much fun to see their costumes. It's like stepping back in time, isn't it? They bring a nice old-fashioned touch to the evening. We got a dragon there. Hopefully they are just, super friendly. I don't think a nasty dragon would dress up in Christmas attire, so good job to that dragon. We've got a knight, some squires there, or lords. I'm not sure of what their exact titles are. Forgive me, my lords. But we are just enamored with their costumes. Very festive. Great to see, again, our friends from the Oxford Renaissance Festival. Next up, we have our friends from Powerhouse Brewing and Kellogg Lane. This is fantastic. They've brought Rainy the Rooster with his holiday friends to spread some cheer. Powerhouse's vintage truck, which you can see on screen right there, is the perfect float to carry this lovely Christmas tree. If you haven't been to Powerhouse yet, it's a very cool spot. They also, as a side note, have incredible popcorn. It actually reminds me of the popcorn they used to have at the Ice House. If you know, you know. But this is fantastic. So great to see the folks from 100 Kellogg Lane. They're honking their horn, very energetic, sharing their excitement with the crowd, waving, cute little reindeer ears, adorable. Again, that's our friends from Kellogg Lane. Next up, we have our team from the Children's Health Foundation. That's Dr. Berrygood right there, waving to the crowd. They've brought along some pals from Children's Health Foundation to wish everyone a healthy holiday season. Now, just so you know, the foundation does absolutely incredible work with the world-class care teams at Children's Hospital, at London Health Sciences Centre. CHF helps to support that leading-edge care for little ones and their families from across our region and beyond. Children's Hospital has a huge catchment area, if you weren't aware, and so they treat little ones and their families from, a huge section of the province. So it's wonderful to see them. Thanks to CHF, Children's Health Foundation. Next up, our friends from London Roofing. This is another first-time entrant in the parade. They're one of tonight's sponsors, and they're actually collecting teddy bears for the Salvation Army. How lovely. Thank you so much for your support, London Roofing. It's great to see you out here, and how wonderful that you're helping to support the community over the holiday season by collecting those donations of teddy bears. Very cool. I love the way their truck is lit up. That's fantastic. Love to see it. Again, that's the team from London Roofing, and they are one of our sponsors this evening again. So thank you for your support. Next up, oh, we love to see this group. It's the Western University Marching Band. They are frequent guests in the parade. It's so great to see them. And London Roofing is actually sponsoring their appearance this evening. So again, this is Western University's Marching Band. They are fantastic, so great with their music. And as soon as they start playing, I think we're going to take a little listen. Oh, they're getting ready. Here it goes. Let's tune in and listen to them. We've got baton twirlers, the band playing. I believe that's You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Now, not only are they playing, they're dancing and walking at the same time. That takes an incredible amount of coordination. I was a band and choir kid in high school, and I'm really thankful that I wasn't tasked with also walking at the same time and marching in step with my friends and fellow students. That would have been a little intense for me, I think. But the students from Western and the marching band, they've got it down pat, no problem. They've done an amazing job there. Thank you so much again to them. They were sponsored by London Roofing this evening. Next up, we have our friends from Donmore Car Star. Donmore Car Star's float is full of delicious holiday treats. And I also am excited to tell you that they were the winner of the Best New Entry Award this year. So this is Donmore Car Star. You can see a gingerbread house and gingerbread cookies on that float, as well as candy canes, lollipops, and other candy treats, adding a sweet touch to the parade. We did say this is a candy Christmas theme. And so with all these sweet treats, I guess we really better make sure we brush our teeth after this when we go home. But again, this is the Donmore Car Star group, and they were the winners of Best New Entry in this year's parade. Fantastic. Look at that Rudolph. Look at that reindeer. That's a fantastic use of a golf cart. Again, our friends at Donmore Car Star. Look at that. Very happy faces, some light up sweaters. Love to see it. Very festive. And again, congrats to Donmore Car Star, winner of Best New Entry in the parade this year. Coming up next, we have the group from Jag Properties joining us. They have their pickup truck that's very festively decorated, some great lights on the outside, and a blow-up Santa and gingerbread house by the looks of it. Looks like it has a frosted roof. Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, Jag Properties. This is, I believe, the second or third year they've been with us in the parade. Always lovely to see them and have them join us and be part of the holiday spirit in the downtown along Dundas Street. Again, I can't say enough about this location that we're in for our live stream. It's KKP, right at the corner of Dundas and Waterloo. Thank you so much. And of course, to our live stream sponsor tonight, London Performing Arts Academy. We saw Courtney from the Academy not too long ago. Thank you so much for your support. Next up, we have a group from École Secondaire Catholique Monseigneur Brieur, and they have a display this year that depicts a French-Canadian folktale. It's called La Chasse Galerie. So in this updated take on it, you can see them dancing. The folks who are taking part here, they're meant to represent a group of lumberjacks, and they are meant to be transported to a candy village with gingerbread houses for the holidays. So this is their take on that French-Canadian folktale called La Chasse Galerie. And again, this is the group from École Secondaire Catholique Monseigneur Brieur. There you go, you can see their float. The lumberjacks are in a canoe, and they're meant to be transported to a candy village with gingerbread houses for the holidays. Fantastic. Look at the stained glass that they've drawn. Beautiful. Again, the group from École Secondaire Catholique Monseigneur Brieur. Thank you for joining us with your depiction of the French-Canadian folktale La Chasse Galerie. Waving to the crowd. Very neat. In that bird's eye view, it's fantastic. Get a whole different perspective on the parade this way. Next up, we have the rider float. It's coming up. Look at that truck. It's very festively decorated. I always marvel at how folks get those lights on there and get them to stay put. It's a good thing I'm not doing it. They might fall off. But the folks at Ryder, they're professionals, and they know how to do a Christmas display on their truck. Very festive. And it sounds like the Ryder crew is leading us into a fan favorite. It's none other than the Shelley Raston Band. Shelley Raston comes out to entertain the crowds with Christmas music that has a country flair. She's a parade favorite, as I said, and she really delights in just sharing this music with everyone with these special holiday tunes with her band. So the Shelley Raston Band, they're sponsored by Ryder SCS this year. So as soon as Shelley Raston Band starts playing, we're going to take a listen, which is right now.
Happy holidays, everybody. It's good to see you tonight. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the new bird. Here to stay is the new bird. Sing a song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. Every chance that he's blossom brown. We'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. You can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll aspire as we dream by the fire. Think of the ways, the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Merry Christmas, London, from the Shelley Raston Band. So good to see you tonight. Thoughts are limited. Driving the boat for us. Thank you, Sean and Krista.
Fantastic. That was, again, the Shelley Raston Band, sponsored by Ryder SCS. Next up, we have Sunny's Llamas. You just saw a sneak peek of the llamas there as Shelley Raston continues to play. Now, Sunny's Llamas are a perennial favorite at the parade. Just look at them. How could you not love their cute little fuzzy faces? And they're all decked out. I love it. These festive llamas and their handlers bring special joy to spectators of all ages, including this host who is 37 years old. I nearly wore my Fa La 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 Llama sweater tonight, but I thought I'd better leave it to Sunny's instead. And we're lucky that we see them, because if the weather is too poorly, then we don't have the llamas come out because it's not good weather for them. But they're here. The weather is great. Next up, we have the 59th London Beavers and Cubs group. The Beavers and Cubs have joined the parade this year to share the fun of camping with Christmas candy. Very cool. That makes a lot of sense because, you know, I actually looked up the Beavers motto, and it's sharing, sharing, sharing. So this is very on brand for them to share that festive joy in camping. Look at that float. It's beautiful. I love their decorations. Very rustic. Now, the Beavers, their motto is sharing, sharing, sharing. The Cub Scouts, their motto is do your best. And it looks like they've done a great job of that as they pass out their treats. Next up, we have our friends from Donaldson Home Services, and very excited to tell you that they are the winner of the Best Theme Float. So Donnie, Donaldson's friendly mascot, is joining their team and their staff for this Christmas Candy House float. You know, it's a really good thing that Donaldson Services is with this float, because if there's anything I know about candy houses, it's that they need pretty precise climate control. Things get too hot, well, let's just say it gets sticky in there. So this is our entry from Donaldson Home Services, and they are the winner of Best Theme. Look at those happy faces. Giant lollipops, gingerbread men, cookies. Look at that. Again, our pals from Donaldson Home Services. Way to go, winners of the Best Theme Float this year. Love to see it. Next up, it's our pals from the London Performing Arts Academy. Courtney and the crew, they're back. So we have this fantastic group dancing through the streets here on the parade route. Now, this group, as we've mentioned, also happens to be our live stream sponsor, so thank you so much for your support again. The folks from the Academy have brought along Buddy the Elf and all his friends to spread Christmas cheer by singing loud for all to hear and dancing along that parade route, as I mentioned. Now, the songs, by the way, they're all from the musical Elf Jr., which the Academy is presenting at the Wolf Performance Hall on December 17th through the 19th. And so Courtney mentioned that they are performing this Elf Jr. play, which is fantastic. And also Courtney mentioned that not all of these young people are trained as dancers, but look at them go. They're doing a fantastic job. And that's something beautiful about, you know, the London Performing Arts Academy, is that they take young people who are passionate about the arts, and then they help to train them and get them ready to take part in shows. What a wonderful experience. So again, they are our live stream sponsor this year, London Performing Arts Academy. Thank you so much for your support and for being in the parade and doing such a great job this evening. And thanks to Courtney again for being our live on scene reporter within the parade. We have our folks from the Academy who are helping out with the Toonie Toss this evening. So volunteers from London Performing Arts Academy and from the parade are assisting by collecting those donations along the route. Now, these donations are just critical to keeping the parade running and covering the expenses that come with an undertaking like this, right? So the parade committee, very grateful for their assistance, and to the entire community. If you're able to donate, we really appreciate it, and it makes sure that this joy can continue for many more years to come. So thank you so much. Toonie Toss, can't go wrong. Lots of fun. Next up, we have our pals from Skip the Dishes. This is Skippy. I did not know that Skip the Dishes had a mascot, but they surely do, and its name is Skippy. And they are reminding everyone that whether you need groceries or more Christmas candy maybe, you can count on Skip the Dishes to come through. And you know what? Delivery of essentials like groceries and other things you need, I think we've all come to understand how important that is over the last few years. Sometimes you can't get out for whatever reason, and it's really wonderful to have resources like that. So thanks to Skip the Dishes and Skippy for being here to support us this evening and waving to the crowds. Looks like they're giving out some sweet treats perhaps, and that's always going to go over well with the little ones along the route. So thank you so much. Again, Skip the Dishes. Fantastic. Next up, we have a real musical treat for you, the Coolin Antique Mechanical Organ. You're going to hear beautiful Christmas music flowing from the 42 pipes, percussion drums, a cymbal, and a glockenspiel. How gorgeous. Again, this is the Coolin Antique Mechanical Organ, showing a nativity scene there. Just a really serene image. Lovely as it's going along the parade route. Again, the Coolin Antique Mechanical Organ. Next up, what do we have here? Pepsi has joined the parade this year with its decorated Pepsi truck and the Pepsi employees. They're handing out candy to kids along the route. Earlier on we had Coca-Cola, now we've got Pepsi, we're covered. Whether you have a preference for Pepsi or Coke, you have options this evening in this Santa Claus parade. We love them all. Love that they're here. Love that they're here supporting. Next up, another favorite of the parade, we have Little Obi, the CN safety locomotive. So cute. Little Obi encourages everyone to remember rail safety lessons throughout the holidays, but of course year-round as well. Adorable. London definitely is a city that knows the railways quite well. We see trains through here all the time. And so seeing Little Obi on our streets is quite the treat, I would say. Next up, we've got a double stack of Western Mustang cheerleaders. Look at them go. Now, the Mustang cheerleaders, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, they have won 35 PCA collegiate championships. That is an incredible feat, and it speaks to the talent and dedication of the group. Look at this. Not only do they tumble and twirl, they walk with each other on top of their shoulders. And the balance of remaining up that high just boggles my mind. I don't know how they do it. Let's take a look. Next up, we have one of our major sponsors for the evening. It's McCormick. And they actually have won the most entertaining entry prize of the parade, which is wonderful. Again, McCormick, one of our major sponsors this evening. They have the McCormick Candy Castle, and they have just brought this castle into the parade, and it looks very regal indeed. Once we get a little closer, you'll see Billy B presiding over the Candy Kingdom. They've got gumballs, gingerbread men, candy light fountain, a wishing well even, which is pretty impressive, and a bridge to the Candy Castle. Pretty impressive. There's Billy B. So again, the folks at McCormick have won most entertaining entry this year. This is back-to-back big wins for them. Last year, they won the Committee's Choice Award for Best Float. So McCormick, don't mess with them when it comes to parade floats. They put up an excellent display every single year. Playing some fun music, let's take a listen. Now I mentioned that we had 2 on-location reporters. We will be going to our second one in the next little bit, so stand by for that. We have more in-parade perspective to share with you, but just coming up in a little bit, so keep that in mind. But this is great to see the float from McCormick, again, one of our major sponsors. Coming up next, I hear the telltale sirens. Just behind the McCormick folks, they're handing out some sweet treats. Thanks so much to McCormick for doing that. Oh, it's none other than the London Fire Department and the London Professional Firefighters Association. I can see their lights going off in the background here at the studio at Dundas and Waterloo. We can hear their siren. The lights and sirens of the London Professional Firefighters Association always excite the crowd. Those fire trucks, especially the miniature fire trucks, definitely capture the imagination, that's for sure. And just as I mentioned before with London Police and our London Middlesex paramedic partners who are here tonight. You know, these are our first responders, and we're very grateful for the service that they provide to the community. Thank you so much for all that you do, especially on your off hours, like coming out to the parade to engage with the community. It's great to see you. Lovely folks from the London Fire Department and the London Professional Firefighters Association. The mini truck gets us every time. A special antique truck also. Gorgeous. Fire trucks are great all year round, but it's especially great at Christmas time as their color matches the theme, you know? And it looks great with the lights all strung on them. Again, a big thank you to the London Fire Department and the London Professional Firefighters Association for being here tonight with us. Their state-of-the-art equipment. We often see it rushing to respond to important emergency calls, but tonight we get to see it in all its glory in the parade and really appreciate it up close. All right, now I mentioned that we were going to have another on-the-scene reporter. And that's going to be Rochelle from Dance Extreme. We're going to go to her live now. Rochelle, how are things going out there in the parade?
Things are super awesome. Thank you, Jess. So I'm here on Dundas Street in the middle of the parade.
It sounds like we may have a moment to connect with Rochelle there. Might be having a little bit of a technical difficulty. We will come back, I promise. In the meantime, there's that 4-floor up view of Dundas Street right in front of the Delta London Armories.
Do you have me?
Next up. All right, we're going to go. We are now going to Rochelle from Dance Extreme. Rochelle, how's it going? Oh, my goodness. There we are, Rochelle.
Hi. Here we are. All right. So, hey, I'm Miss Rochelle from Dance Extreme. Here you are on Dundas Street, live on the parade floor. Take a look. Here we go. Dance Extreme is in the house and so excited to be ringing in this holiday season with everybody, no matter what you celebrate. Here's our dancers getting ready to show you what it's all about. Taking you through, we have our lovely parent volunteers. And of course, can't miss gingerbread. Here we go. From Dance Extreme, we have Samaria singing her heart out for us tonight. Say hi to London, Samaria. I think they're feeling amazing. Here we are. There's Miss Rebecca. Here we go.
Thanks so much to Rochelle and the crew from Dance Extreme giving us a sneak peek of what we can expect when they reach Dundas and Waterloo. Back up at Dundas and Waterloo, we have the folks from Waste Connections of Canada. They have the roll-off truck and a 20-yard bin decorated with festive lights and decorations. Next up, we have our media sponsors for the evening. It's Chorus Radio London. We have FM 96 represented and Fresh 103.1. You can see those holiday-themed SUVs with their lights, and also I should mention Country 104, and that cluster also includes 980 CFPL Global News Radio. And so if you are in the festive spirit and you want to listen to Christmas music like all the time, Fresh 103.1 actually has you covered. Just yesterday, they flipped to all Christmas music all the time until Boxing Day. So if you want to get into the festive spirit when you're decorating or what have you, you can absolutely tune in to Fresh 103.1 and you can get your fix of Christmas music, which is fantastic. Again, thanks to Chorus Radio London for being our media sponsors. Now, I also wanted to give a quick shout out to the London Food Bank. They had a fantastic group come through just a few moments ago. We didn't get to see them on screen very much, but they are just a fantastic group of volunteers here collecting non-perishable food donations in shopping carts. Now, we know that there are many Londoners who are dealing with food insecurity right now, and so the food bank has been year-round helping people get through tough times and working towards food security for all. So thank you so much to the London Food Bank for being here to collect some donations, and of course thank you to the London Santa Claus Parade for being a venue for those collections to happen. So it's really wonderful to see everyone coming together. So again, London Food Bank, thank you so much for being here. We missed them on camera a little bit there, but it's been wonderful to see them back with us once again every single year. This usually kicks off their holiday food drive, the Santa Claus Parade, and their collections here. So things are well and truly underway, and we are lucky to live in a community as generous as London, where lots of people come together and support those who may be going through some difficult times. And it's great to know that the community is there to help. And it's one of the things that is, the best part of London. It's heart, People want to help others, and I've seen it time and time again in different places that, when people express a need, Londoners band around and they rally around and they come together and they help out, which is wonderful. And that really is a theme of the Santa Claus Parade, because when I look at our list of sponsors, it's just unbelievable the number of folks and organizations that have come together to help us out here. Best Western Plus Lamplighter Inn and Conference Center, Aluminum Associates, Hyde Park Paint and Paper, Logan Funeral Home, Evans Funeral Home, Pizza Nova, Good Life Fitness, the list goes on. I'm trying to get to a few as we go, but it really is quite wonderful to see that level of community support here this evening and year over year over year. So it's wonderful. Also, we're getting some great live shots of the crowd here this evening. Everyone's very excited to see the next floats that are coming through. I know there are a few folks who are out on the parade route tonight who are excited to be here. That includes Everett and Abigail and Hudson and Charlotte and Peyton and Amelia and Sophie. So many little ones who are here. And of course, there are lots of people at home who are watching too, like Evie and Austin and Rachel and Sarah and Nolan. So many folks that are tuning in tonight for us. Michelle, I can't forget about Michelle. It's really great to see everyone get into the spirit of it. Even for some little ones who might be having their first Christmas this year, like Ethan, and Mummy Beth and Daddy Alex are, taking care of Ethan this evening, and they might be tuning in. So that's wonderful. Glad to see it. Coming up next, it looks like we have another award winner coming down the parade route. Very exciting to see that. And that is London Snowplow and Landscape. They are the winner of the Committee Choice Award for Best Float. Fantastic. Now, this is the first year, I believe, for London Snowplow and Landscape in the Santa Claus Parade. So in addition to the gingerbread man and the gingerbread house, their helpers are passing out candies to the spectators. A big thank you to London Snowplow and Landscape for being one of our band sponsors tonight. And that's what I'm talking about, that generosity of spirit, everyone coming together to make sure that this parade goes off without a hitch, and we have the best entertainment for everyone who comes out to join us in the evening. So again, that's London Snowplow and Landscape. They are the winner of the Committee Choice Award for Best Float. Look at that gingerbread person dance. Really getting into it. That almost looked like a pirouette with that candy cane. Very impressive. We're getting a closer look. We've got a gingerbread on the front of that tractor there. Oh snap, it's Christmas, it says. Gingerbread snap, get it? Very cute. That is the most festive tractor I think I've ever seen. There's that dancing gingerbread person waving to the crowd. Love to see it. Again, this is the crew from London Snowplow and Landscape, and they're one of our musical sponsors this evening. The group that they have sponsored is coming up right behind them. One of the loudest groups in the entire parade, to be sure. So loud and delightful. It takes a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of power. The PA shop helps with this next band that's coming up, giving all kinds of hints as they get towards us. Very grateful to London Snowplow and Landscape. Because they make the next float possible. And it's one of the most delightful. Nice waving faces. Waving hands, smiling faces, I should say. Our bird's eye view down Dundas Street. And we have a very festive big rig just waiting to pull up towards us. The musical band is on there. I'll give you a hint. Its legal name would be Robert Noxious. It is, of course, the one, the only Bob Noxious band. It's coming up. We can just hear them. They're chatting with the crowd. Such a pretty evening in downtown London. This is perfect weather for it. Here comes the big rig hauling Bob Noxious. They are a favorite over the last 20 years in the parade. They have a unique approach to Christmas music, and it brings spectators to their feet. And again, the Bob Noxious float is sponsored by London Snowplow and Landscape. That's Taz from FM 96. And here we go with Bob Noxious. Thank you to Bob Noxious. Again, 20 years of being in the London Santa Claus Parade. Absolutely fabulous, very festive, maybe sometimes a little unorthodox, but absolutely entertaining every time we hear them. Again, Bob Noxious, thank you so much. And their float is supported by London Snowplow and Landscape. Hello to Taz from FM 96.
Make some noise for Bob Noxious!
Very nice. Next up, we have the folks from Wet Paint Express with some fabulous artwork. This is the second year Wet Paint Express has participated in the parade. They have a 70-foot long trailer. It's covered in beautiful family-friendly street art that you can see right there. It was painted live at the Western Fair this year, which is beautiful. And they're accompanied by their two holiday mascots. It looks like we've got an owl there. I'm not sure where the other mascot is, but I'm just looking at all that beautiful artwork. Some people are truly just wonderfully talented, and like I said, I can do stick figures, nothing near what we're seeing on display here. So again, Wet Paint Express, thank you so much. Got some more folks with sweet treats that they're handing out. It's a great way to use a wagon. Here we go. We have our friends from London Hydro with us. Guess what? London Hydro, winner of the best corporate float this year. It's gorgeous. We would expect nothing less. Very bright. They've harnessed the power of London Hydro to light up the evening in the Santa Claus parade. So London Hydro has their bucket truck pulling this float, and it shows a winter scene while they have family and friends waving to the crowd, as we can see. We are getting closer and closer to the man in red showing up. London Hydro leading the way there. Next up, we're back with our friends from Dance Extreme. We checked in with Rochelle earlier. So Dance Extreme has been a long-standing and enthusiastic part of the Santa Claus parade. They have dozens of dancers. They have live vocals this evening by Savaria. Dance Extreme obviously keeping everyone excited throughout the parade. Also want to say a special hello to Sophie, who's dancing with Dance Extreme this evening. Doing a great job, Sophie, you and your friends. Let's listen a little. Again, that's the group from Dance Extreme doing a great job. Love their float as well. Candy Cane Lane, passing out some sweet treats. A big thank you to Rochelle from Dance Extreme for being our reporter live on location, and also to Sophie, who's doing a great job with her friends in the parade. Look at them go, so coordinated, dancing this whole way. It's very impressive. They're staying warm as they move through the route. It's good. Their gingerbread person waving to the crowd. And again, that's Savaria, who is providing some musical entertainment on their float. I'll take this moment to say again a big thank you to some more of our sponsors: Run Parlor, Target Outdoor, HB Beale Secondary School Art Department, Denny's, Jack Astor's, Boston Pizza, The Keg, Krabby Joe's, Red Lobster, The Banquet, the Canadian Brew House, and Montana's. Thank you so much. And again, our presenting sponsor, Southside Group, the London Lightning, Adventures on Wonderland. We could not do this evening and have this event run so successfully without the dozens of sponsors that we have, so thank you so much. Next up, we have our friends from the Home Depot. Their float has a gingerbread house decorated with gumdrops, candies, and near endless goodies. Look at that thumbs up for the holidays. There are animal statues as well, and a forest of decorated candy Christmas trees. And you can just see there, little ones enjoying themselves in the gingerbread house. Happy holidays from Home Depot. That's quite the display. I would expect no less from Home Depot having a fabulous float. Next up, we have the Heritage Club. The Heritage Club has some very special equipment with them. They are collecting letters to Santa. Oh, there's a friend from the Home Depot group, looking very jolly. But yes, the Heritage Club has 2 letter boxes, and these are folks who are retired postal service workers. They're collecting letters from kiddos to send to Santa at his workshop at the North Pole. So thank you to the Heritage Club for collecting those letters and getting them to Santa. We love to see it. It's always exciting to let Santa know what you'd like for Christmas time, and getting that reply back, very exciting. And a message from the London Santa Claus Parade Committee, thanking all of our sponsors for their support to make this event happen this year. Again, we truly could not do this without them. And if you are volunteering your time or if you're making a financial contribution, thank you so much for that. Your support means the world to us, and it makes sure that we can continue doing this. So Southside Group, London Lightning, Adventures on Wonderland, McCormick, Access Storage, everybody who has chipped in to make this possible. We appreciate you so very much. Again, there's our major sponsors, McCormick and Access Storage. Next up, we have our friends from Tianguo Marching Band. This is the largest band in the parade, Tianguo. They bring in some beautiful Christmas music, and they join us from the GTA every single year, and it's great to see them back again. Let's take a listen. from the GTA. They join us every year, and their Christmas music is really beautiful, definitely getting us in the spirit of the holidays. It's a wonderful testament to the work of the London Santa Claus Parade organizing committee that they're able to bring in such wonderful groups. And here's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Santa's sleigh. There's Mrs. Claus. She joined the group to come down from the North Pole to say hi to everybody tonight in London. This is the jolly old elf everyone has been waiting so patiently for. The London Santa Claus Parade Committee Chairman Sean Merton is bringing the parade float forward with Santa on top. He's having a great time there, Santa. He's waving to everybody. I'm sure we can hear the ho, ho, ho from here inside the KKP studio. He's almost, getting ready to dance there. I feel like he might be. The reindeer are on top. They are taking a look around, making sure they can see all the little ones here. I know we've got a fabulous display on the Santa sleigh float, and a lot of that is down to the PA shop, helping to make sure that this float looks its absolute best. We want to thank the PA shop for all of their contributions over the past 15 years. They really have sponsored the sound and lighting to help Santa look and sound great this year, and they're supporting a bunch of other floats, including the Bob Noxious float, Dance Extreme, and they've helped out with iPowered Media's setup here for the live stream, which is fantastic. PA shop, it's family owned and operated right here in London for more than 40 years. So thank you so much to Ryan and the entire team at the PA shop. It's been great to work with you. Thank you so much for being part of this event. Look at Santa. He looks great. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot on the go. He's getting ready for Christmas. He's got to get back up to the North Pole and check that list twice. Make sure all the toys are in tip-top shape to go out and be put into the sleigh and then brought around the world on Christmas Eve. So there's our Santa sleigh capping off what's been an absolutely wonderful 68th edition of the London Santa Claus Parade. How fantastic. We see tons of crowd members on the sidelines here, the parade route. Thousands of people have joined us this evening along Dundas Street, and it's really just wonderful to see. This is truly a marquee event of the holiday season in London. It kicks things off. It's something that families look forward to, and it offers so much fun. We want to make sure that we once again thank our presenting sponsors this evening, Southside Group, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland, as well as our major sponsors, McCormick and Access Storage. It really has been another fantastic edition of the parade, and I'm so glad that we were able to share it with you live from Dundas Street at KKP, who so generously donated this space for us to use. They're hosting us this evening, and it's just really lovely, and we're happy to be back with them. So thank you for that generosity, for having us here. Now, I mentioned before that iPowered is the one that puts this whole stream together. It's all their equipment with PA shop. They are running this whole show. Their crew is taking care of the cameras in the sky and organizing everything, and it's just been so wonderful to work with them. They've been streaming this parade, I believe it's sort of like the last 7 years or so. So they're experts at the live streaming parade business, and we really love working with them. They are based here in London, which is fantastic, and this is what they do. They event stream and they do video production with this company. It's fantastic, and really excited to be working with them. Again, big thank you to the entire crew, Dave, Don, Mike, Emma, Dave, and Todd. Thank you for always being so wonderful and doing such a superb job of the live stream. Thank you again to KKP for hosting us here in your studios, making it Parade live stream headquarters for us once again. It's been great to be with you. And to the London Performing Arts Academy for your support of the live stream. You are our sponsor this year, and we're so happy that we were able to partner with you. So a big thank you also to Courtney, who was our live on-scene reporter in the parade with the Academy. It was wonderful to connect with you and to see the fantastic group as they moved through the parade and danced for us. So thank you for being with us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. We can see this great live shot of the parade as it moves down Dundas, a little closer to the finish line at Rideout Street. So many more people to see and experience this parade as it winds through the downtown core. It really is such a pleasure to be here every single year with you. As I mentioned, our presenting sponsor, Southside Group, London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. You make this possible alongside our major sponsors, McCormick and Access Storage, and all of our other many sponsors that we've spoken about through the evening. It's just wonderful and heartwarming to see the impact of your contributions live, right as it goes past us. If you ever wondered, what those contributions meant, it means putting smiles on the faces of little ones and bringing really special memories to families. And so it's really exciting to have been here tonight to see it all once again, the 68th edition of the London Santa Claus Parade, again presented by Southside Group, the London Lightning, and Adventures on Wonderland. And I've heard that plans for next year's parade are already underway. We can't share them now, it's still in development, but as I mentioned before, this is a year-round effort for the parade committee, I should say, and they are already working hard to get things ready. So from all of us here at the London Santa Claus Parade, we wish you all a wonderful, happy, healthy holiday season. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you all again next year. Bye-bye.